All right, so welcome again to Military Guna TV. I am here, your host, Mario Dakers. Hopefully, everyone is doing good. I pray and hope that I trust and hope that you guys had a good night rest. I really, really love the fact that you guys continue to tune in. It's another early morning vid. Always I drop the early morning vid them. You don't know it's a part of the program, so we have to sometimes. So we have to get into the details of everything, the details of every little, every detail matter. I'm trying to get some stuff sorted out for the channel, getting some new ideas and things like that. But the time has come for us to talk about some aspects. So we have seen an interview. This was done by the Jamaica Observer with Paul Hall about the players and what he's expecting. And we're also going to speak about the aspect of the lockdown and also the vaccinated lockdowns, vaccinated fans. Fans are in schoolboy football and Peru allowing their fans as well. So we're going to speak about that. But before I do so, I'm just going to drop the video last night that I dropped it last night. I'm definitely going to bring it back again with the Reggae Boyz, and hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video, people. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. So let's go.
Good luck for tomorrow.
All right, so we are back. Everyone is tuning in. J King, big up. G Berry One, Guna League, big up. KB Exclusive TV, big up. Thank you very much, KB. Come like a first, me I say KB. Thank you for coming in. I think me I check, but I think at first me I say KB. But anyways, really appreciate everyone who's coming in so early in the morning. Really, really appreciate it. But massive respect, people. You don't know, say we have some stuff to discuss. Fabian full. We have a few things to discuss. But before I get into anything, what I want you guys to do, smash the like button, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you turn on your notification bell. If it's possible, share the content. If it is possible, share the content. Now let's get into the article. Let's get into the article that was done on Paul Hall. As he said, the article is quoted at stating new era. That is the headline for the article, new era. That is what the coach is saying. So let me enlarge the screen. Oof. So much things happening in the screen. Let me see if I can clear up a few of these things. Too many stuff happening. Good. All right, so let's get into it. So, as I said, this is a new era. So, the Jamaica Reggae Boyz face Peru in a friendly international in Lima this evening with an open challenge from newly elevated head coach Paul Hall. Hall, the former Reggae Boyz striker who recently succeeded his sacked France 98 teammate Theodore Tapper Whitmore, has urged local base players to grab the opportunity with both hands. And we know how important this is, because I do believe that this here there is a look-in. I do believe that this is a look-in on some of these players to see how we can integrate at least a few of them into the first team setup. So this is what Paul Hall said. We want players to show that they should be in the squad for next week for the World Cup qualifiers. It's an opportunity for those players to show me my team and Jamaica who should be in that group of players, and see if we can win games against Mexico, Panama, and Costa Rica. This is, Paul Hall continued by saying, this is really a good opportunity for those players to knock on the door and say, I am better than him. So Paul Hall is here actually raising the competitive level in the dressing room when he makes these type of statements. And I love that. Raise the competitive level in the dressing room to let players know that someone is there they're willing to take your position. This is what he said. He wants players to knock on the door and say, I am better than him. And that is why the final squad hasn't been picked, because I am looking for something to come from this game to see who really wants it. All said. All who was assistant to Whitmore before the later accent says, based on how the team trained during a one-week camp back in Jamaica, he expects a fighting spirit and a manifestation of how he wants the team to play. So right there, before I go any further, right there, let me highlight that little aspect of it. He expects a fighting spirit and a manifestation of how he wants the team to play. So this is what he's telling me. Vividly, he already have an identity in his head of how he wants the team to play. Now, I saw an interview with what's his name, man? The coach at Manchester United right now. The guy that will become technical. He's the coach in the team right now. I can't remember the name, but he's coaching Manchester United. He said that every coach have a video graphical idea in their head of how they want or how they see their team playing the best football possible. Now, he's saying that he wants to see his team manifest. It means that it should start right here. Ragnick. Yes, thank you, Fabian Full. Right here. He said he wants the players to start it right here to manifest. So he's imploring these players, he's challenging the players to adapt the mindset, the psychological aspect, his football psychology of how he wants the team to play. Even if that don't come out in full understanding, but at least the concept is challenging the players to apply the concept psychologically. Football is a game of understanding. Everyone has a philosophy. He's imparting his philosophy on these players, and he's challenging the players. He's challenging the players to adapt to his philosophy. He wants the players to understand the same visuals that he has in his head of how he wants the team to play. When you do that, it gives the players an idea of what they should do before they even kick the ball, before they even go on the pitch. So the players adopt that same visual concept that the coach has. And that is where you have a team who is in one accord. So the players know how the coach wants the team to play. The players know in themselves that this is how I should play because that is how the coach wants us to play. So this is good. This is very, very good things coming out of the coaches camp, and I like the intricacies of how he put this together. As I watched sports coaches this show program this morning, the football terminologies that are being used by Paul Hall here are really, really excellent. Big up coach, if you like at this man, very, very insightful, very, very insightful. All right, so where was I? Okay, so then now Paul Hall continues. We can expect the team to exhibit resilience because we are going to be away from home. So you understand the aspect that there's likely a sense in which Peru would feel or have that belief that they should control the game, and they are at home, so they should be the forefront at this point. And he knows that, and he's saying that we should at least come prepared mentally with that resilience before the ball even kick, knowing that it will be a tough game. We have to fight. I'm not sure if you guys ever see the clip when they said, I'm not sure which coach, and I said, you got to die to get 3 points. That is the situation. That is what he's trying to implement in the players. You have to die to get 3 points. All right, so he said, we expect the team to exhibit resilience because we are away from home and we're going to need people to step up in a foreign environment. So He's also telling them that, hey, you have to expect that the fans will be on you. The fans will be on your back. Can I capture that? Be nice. So he's saying a lot of stuff here, people. I'm telling the truth. He's saying, so let me continue, people. The new players have taken to the way we play. See, the new players have taken to the way we play. Again, there was an openness to receive the information. I have kind of encouraged a learning environment so we can tell that learning has taken place within the training session. Plus, we want the players to be able to think for themselves. Now, I can clearly remember when Pep Guardiola said his duty is to get the players up onto the 18-yard box. When you reach the 18-yard box, it boils down to the players themselves and those final decisive decision making. Something like that is implementing here. So you can tell that learning takes place within a training session. Plus, we want the players to be able to think for themselves and to really take the sessions to a different level. And now he continued by saying, training has been quite intense. I love that. And we want the players to play more, relax more, to pass the ball more, and express themselves a little bit more as well. Now, these are some key factors. These are some characteristics. These are some characteristics of a foundation that you want to implement in a football individual. Though the passing of the ball more has to do with the system and what he wants to implement, but expressing themselves individually has to do with the characteristics. What type of player? Are you a flair type of winger? Don't be afraid to go down to the byline, beat a one man, and get that ball in. If you try the first time and don't work out, don't be afraid to try it again. Express yourself. And as he said, the players are willing to learn. So while they have taken the way we play, we will see how much they have grasped when the game comes on. He added, this evening, the game against the 22nd ranked Peru will be Jamaica's only practice match before upcoming cycle of the CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers at Senegal. Next Thursday, the boys will host Mexico at National Stadium. Let me see if they continue. Okay, so let me read what he says. I don't want to read what all those other things. So Peru, but let me read what he's saying. I don't want to read all the other things that the Gleaner is trying to full up, make the Observer trying to make a more bodied composition. So I'm going to go exactly to what Paula said. He said, no, I have watched a few Peru's games. Love that. So he knows what he's looking out for. Love that. I've watched a few of the Peru's game, and they are a tough opponent. I agree. I totally agree. I saw the game against Panama. I saw the game against Argentina. Very, very tough. And it's actually the same thing that they're using. And there is no doubt about that. They move the ball well and they pressure the ball well. They played Panama recently on Monday and they played quite well. And so they are a very good team and they are at home. They played when they attack, they do so quickly. They can counter-attack effectively and they can defend astutely as well. So we have to be about our game to make sure we can break them down and to focus on ourselves as well. So he's highlighting what and how we expect he's highlighting on how we expect this Peru team to come and play. So basically he's analyzing. He analyzes Peru team and these are the things that he identified. Let me explain the things that he identified. He said that let me get back to it again, people. Okay, so when they attack, they do it quickly. So they are quick in attack. He said they said the Peru team, they counter attack very effectively and they defend astutely. So he said, despite that, we have to go about our game and find ways how to break them down and focus on how we can overthrow them. So that is bringing that is really bringing some insightful information, because I have never really heard some of our coaches really mention, not even Not even not JPL. I haven't heard coaches mention what other team do well and what they can do and how you can counter that. People, come on, people, come on, people. Okay, J King has only 7 like. Oh God, man. Only 7 like people. Come on. You can't, you can't listen to me that. Rough enough. I rough. Rough. But anyways, me I continue. Anyways, but I rough. Rough, me not lie. Rough. Rough. And what 15 minutes over there. I only 7 like. Rough. Rough. So I go still can't force people to like. But I'm just asking the guys to like. I'm begging you guys to like the video. Alright, so let's get into the rest of it. So he said things have been good since I arrived, and I have the liberty to train some good players and have the opportunity to get to know some of the Jamaican-based players, and obviously some of these players I already knew. But they have all shown an extreme willingness to listen and to learn and apply what we are trying to play. And it is very, very good, and it has been very good. The players have shown a good attitude, and the application has been very, very good. And so it has been an enjoyable week so far. Yes, so I think that is it. I think that is it. He mentioned some key pointers. He mentioned some key points. I really, really like those points that he mentioned in regards to him analyzing the opponents. That is good. I love that fact. Him analyzing the opponents, and also the aspect of what he's expecting of the players, of the aspect of how his philosophy is being imparted by the players, and the players are willing to accept and also adapt to his philosophy and trying, they are showing the willingness to learn his philosophy. Now, let us move away from that. So Paul Hall, I really insightful, very insightful. I mean, really insightful, detailed analysis of the opponents and what we are looking to do. Now, I'm going to show you guys a tweet that was made by Reggae Boyz media. I think he's a media manager, or Bailey. All right. So basically, this is what he said. Peru has the highest rates of death from COVID-19 in the world. Yet they are allowing 15,000 vaccinated fans to watch Jamaica versus Peru tonight. Why can't we get 5,000 fans in our stadium for the World Cup qualifiers game? That is crazy. So he went again and said 15,000 vaccinated fans are allowed to watch a friendly game in Peru. They may have the worst death rate in the world, yet they are allowing their vaccinated fans some freedom. The world is going about its business. If argument done, allow vax fans some freedom. So I think most of you guys would understand what he said by if argument done. Now, we can clearly remember when the Prime Minister did a press release when he said, take your vaccine, argument done. I'm sure most of us would have remembered that. No, the problem is this now. He said that there will be no more lockdowns. So I may assume that the vaccinated fans may have gotten that privilege to go about doing their day-to-day regular business more so than the normal average person. So he said no more lockdowns, so we're expecting that at least the stadium should be freed up. No. Why is that the stadium freed up? We don't know. So the vaccinated fans don't get that luxury. Peru has 15,000 vaccinated fans. I saw an article this morning. I watched the British media press this yesterday, where Mr. Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister of the UK, said that basically it's a free country now. No more masks in some particular places. You're still football fans in the stadiums. So these vaccinated fans are given the privilege to go about their normal day-to-day business. But for some reason, It's like we in Jamaica are reverting to a different direction. Everyone is moving forward and we are going backward. I don't know what the problem is. So our stadium capacity is about 30,000. If you allow 5,000 vaccinated fans, I am sure that every single one of those fans can sit possible 10 feet apart from each other, or even 12 feet apart from each other, and not one of them would be in any region. You wouldn't even identify. You wouldn't even identify that there's fans in the stadium. No, I think the JFF needs to take some of the blame for this. They don't do enough in galvanizing the fan base. A lot of people say this is a friendly, so you don't need to force people in the stadium. But listen, if Peru is taking this friendly so serious and they are way ahead in their qualifiers, in the CONMEBOL qualifiers, they're in 5th position, in the playoff position. These guys are trying to solidify themselves inside that World Cup spot and not playoffs. And they allow fans because they understand. I think we are failing in Jamaica because we don't have a football culture. We do not have a football culture in Jamaica. I am guaranteed if this was champs at this particular time period, well, we're in January. Let us see what is going to happen for champs. We will see what is going to happen for champs. And I'll be here. And I'm telling you that I will be one of the first person to really lash out if they decided that fans will be in the stadium for champs. I don't know what's going to happen 2 months time from now, but I highly doubt in regards to this COVID situation, this whole pandemic situation, that anything will change. It's more likely to get worse. Maybe by then there's a new variant out, and we will definitely see if that there's going to be a case in which fans are going to be allowed in that. So I don't know what the political issues aligning with the fans not being at the stadium is, but I strongly believe that this year has nothing to do with the people. This has nothing to do with the fans, the Reggae Boy fans. This is more deep in line, underlying rooted issues, which needs to be fixed. The government of Jamaica, let me take all this. The government of Jamaica don't understand. They don't prioritize football in Jamaica. And that is the reason why the footballing product in Jamaica is not of the best. When you realize in schoolboy football, the reason why schoolboy football has that much hype around it, that much effervescence around it, so much fans following schoolboy football, is because of the past student associations, the old boys, all these old boys, the man them with the money, I have the money, but the man them with the money throw a lot of the money in the production, and they make it a very, very good product. They make it an extremely good product, and because in them making it such a good product, it forced the government hands to go along with something. I think, didn't they allow like 3,000 fans in the finals for the schoolboy football? And you can imagine World Cup qualifiers, no fans, schoolboy football fans. That makes sense. Let me go down to layman term. The other day I read the article, schoolboy football, 3,000 fans allowed. Yay, we're happy and celebrate. Schoolboy football, 3,000 fans allowed. Well, I would jump and celebrate. World Cup qualifiers, no fans allowed. What? That makes sense? That makes sense? So I am 100% sure that this has nothing to do, not one thing to do with the fans. That makes no sense. This has nothing to do with fans. This has to be a political issue. It must be a political issue. Right now, I know that this video must get flagged. This video must get flagged. But you know a good thing about it? You know the good thing about it? If they flag it, so I go, a YouTube. It's a good thing. But we need to adopt a footballing culture. We need to adopt a footballing culture. If this government is trying to sabotage the program that is going on, I think that the JFF should have done a little bit better in regards to the advertising the product. No, football is a product, right? Let me tell you how football is a product. It's a product. It's something that can turn over and generate funds for you. But the problem is this now. It could be a case in which the funds that are being generated don't really go into the government pocket. That could be the problem. So they don't really prioritize that. For champs now, you know the one they go. you know the one they go. But I believe that we should set aside the political aspect. We should set aside the political aspect of football because it really affects Jamaicans. It affects the country. This is a country thing, you know. Remember, going to the World Cup it has nothing to do with one individual, you know. This is a nation, you know. That's the reason I said we need to develop a footballing culture, and that is on the shoulders of JFF. JFF, you have the responsibility to develop a footballing culture in the country. You have that responsibility. You should work on that. Or are you going to develop a footballing culture? Marketing. Marketing is a big factor. You have to learn how to advertise the product. We have so much players. We have so much superstars playing for Jamaica. We have so much superstar coming. Look at this. Look at this easy marketing. We know it's official that Demarai Gray is a Jamaican now. And he can play for Jamaica. It's just that his paperwork didn't start up properly. So you can reach out to Demarai Gray and say, let's do a short interview. Let's do a short interview. With that interview, you can ask him some simple questions. You don't even have to ask him why him choose Jamaica. You never have to ask him that. Just some simple questions. Let's get to find out who the players and little background information about the player. And you use that, you put it on TVJ or you put it on CVM. You pay for that and you go on CVM or TVJ. And I'm telling you, maybe even a lot of thousands of people watching news. And you put it during the news program or you put it just a separate program and you pay a little money for it, and the people in the nation, people who don't even know about the Demarai Gray, could see it and say, oh, whoa, this is happening. And that catch your interest. And now that draws at least 10,000 more people into the Jamaican footballing culture. Even people, remember, no, it doesn't really have to do Jamaicans alone. Other people from other nations who support that particular player will follow the player. Wherever he goes, they follow the player. You know, much people don't even support Portugal, but because of Cristiano Ronaldo, they end up supporting Portugal. I even watch the Portugal games because they want to see what Cristiano Ronaldo is going to do. A lot of people, I don't support Argentina, but I'm a Messi fan. So I want to see Argentina do good. I want to see Messi good. So I watch Argentina games. So that is a part of football culture. You galvanize people. You catch people's interest in what you do. You catch people's interest in the footballing world. You have Mikel Antonio. Mikel Antonio have millions of fans. You can utilize that and get yourself at least 200,000 of those fans to even follow your page, even to follow the JFF website, the JFF website, the Instagram, even the Twitter. But you don't utilize these aspects, these tools that you have. You don't utilize these tools that you have. Like me, you know, I'm just a small channel. You have bigger channels than mine in the category. I don't even do interview. I can't get an interview with a player because they said that the player said that I'm too critical. They said that I am way too critical. But I have to do that for the player to get better. I have to be extremely critical. So because of that, they don't care about me. Other people will get interviews, but I won't. But I don't mind. All right, so yeah, I've been lamenting on for a long while. So let me run through a few of the comments. Big up J King. Got me a close off soon. Said Guna League. Let me see where we reach. People, please, guys, remember to smash the like button. People, please. These savages still can't grasp why Tapa couldn't communicate with the fans like this. Remember now, you have people who have certain particular skill sets and some who don't. You can't beat them for that. He's not a communicative person. You can't really beat him for that. That is just his personality. And as you can see, Paul Hall is coming from an environment where you have to communicate with media on a regular basis. You have to know what to say, when to say it, and how to say it. So he basically mastered those aspects of communication, that communication skill. G. Berry said, well-spoken man sounding like a big club coach. Now it's up to the players to do the do. If he's honest or he just knows to play the media. Yeah, it could be mind games, but that's what I'm telling you. But it's a part of it. Even if he's just playing the media, it plays with the fans' mind. And it galvanizes the fans. It gives us that feeling of hope that something can happen. We can definitely get something out of that. And let me tell you, there's nothing that people love more than hope. That there's a potential that this thing can be great. People love that there's a potential that this thing can be great. That just a hope factor. It's just how football, it's just how the world is. J. King said, and England pack up them stadium. The sponsors and the public need to push back to make it make sense on the matches. Home are revenue earners for the country directly and indirectly. They would be dumb to not take that. Agree. Totally agree with that. DNA News, big up DNA News TV. We need people in the stand. Jamaica youth travels. The Prime Minister is pushing football fans for the Jamaica public, not rushing to get vaccinated. Prime Minister stopped taking out your frustration on the football fans. But remember, he said last time he said 5,000 football and vaccinated football fans, and that quota was basically filled. People did take the vaccine and get vaccinated to go and watch a game. I have a lot of friends who did it to just go and watch a game. So I don't think that's a big factor. I don't know what the situation is. Lansley Baker says, Cuba football is a national product. JFF is not. Champs is a national product. JFF is a private business of Ricketts and Speed. Oh, I'm going to fix that, Raptor. I'm going to fix that. DNA said, exactly. Fabian Full said, government vex them. Like I said. Lance Blake said, I can hold a national domino commission and get permission for fans. Really? Jeez, and not even a national stadium can get permission. National team at that. Team will represent the whole away. Fresh God said, we badly need a football culture. Agree. Lance said, the JFF has killed football in Jamaica. Ricketts, Speed, JFF are traitors to the fans and country for benefits of lining their pocket. Oof. That's vague. That's really vague, you know, but it's aggressive as well. But I won't say that's a fact because I have no no evidence to say that it's so. When I speak to Mr. Speed, he don't really come across as that type of person. I've never really spoken to Mr. Ricks before. Colin Quest said, we need ready-made no to qualify us for the World Cup so we can get that money to develop the youth. Landon said, JFF don't want any suggestion from you or anyone despite what they say because we see their actions. Actions speak louder than words, and that is fact. Rolanda Elder said, military, what time match, where can you watch? I think this is going to come in on TVJ SN tonight at 8 p.m. Rebroadcast at 9:45 on TVJ. Where else? See, that's it. DNA said that is marketing, as you said. Lloyd Ibank Green said, military, where is the JFF supposed to get the money to pay for this? Pay for adverts? You know what to pay for adverts in the cleaner? In the advert section? I don't know money. I have 2,000 I can give on ads. Probably, I think about 2,000 I can give on ads. Possible. To get an ad on the TV. Me not think TVG I go bust them throat for that. I don't think so. I don't think TV I go bust them throat because this is for a greater good. This is definitely for a greater good. Do you have concerns for the finance? All right, no. Listen, if they had funds in the stadium, that is also a profit. They would make a huge profit by having fans in the stadium. That is the reason why JFF is pushing for it. But JFF is not giving the fans any. How should I put it now? All right, so JFF is not galvanizing the fan base enough for us to all push forward for this thing. Big up Jermaine Miller. Colin Quest said, "Go to the World Cup and we still have and we shall have money." Yeah, we get all our money for it. The JFF is short and finance. Sure. The JFF is short and finance. I am sure that they will be getting money from this friendly. I'm sure of that. They will be getting money from this friendly. You know the thing about it, unless somebody can come, somebody who actually run the JFF books, someone who actually run the JFF books can come and tell me that JFF don't have money. Other than that, I don't believe it. I honestly do not believe it. I honestly do not believe it. Until someone can come and run the JFF books, I don't believe it. Right now, Lenny said if Paul Hall from a British, is Paul Hall from a British background? Yes, he is from a British background. Jamaica football is culture. And once the tourist board gets involved, revenue can be made. They just have to sell it to them. Well, the JFF, not to mention streaming and ads on streaming. True. G Berry said your channel isn't small, okay? It's a big channel getting bigger. Well, I consider it as a small channel. It's a small channel. We have huge channel in the category. Huge channel in the category. It's just that some of these bigger channels are not really pushing the same. This maybe the bigger it become, you kind of get I'm not sure. You have to go like walk into a straighter line because you're more prone to lawsuit and all those things. But the good thing is that we aren't saying anything to be sued. Ted Dexter said, "Hope the biggest part of coaching in the psychology, getting in the player's head." I agree. Big factor. Big factor. Brian Burke said, "In the house, sad we cannot have fans help our boys over the line." Colin said, "Even if we had fans stop, I would not do better." Colin said, "JFF broke. They can't even pay their players 5,000 per match." Somebody have to show me the books. Gonna look, JFF put in JFF put on Instagram. What did they put on Instagram? Me go check. Me go check. What is that? You don't know what that? so JFF, boy. So J King, wait us about that now. All of a sudden, JFF advertise it now. What you just about that now? All of a sudden, JFF put it on Instagram like a couple of minutes ago. I advertise the game for later. What you just say? It would be a case in which they might watch a program. You think they watch a program? You feel like they watch a program? Then just put up people all around upon Instagram. Go and check on the Instagram and look on the JFF post. So they might advertise the game for later. You don't want to miss this Jamaica versus Peru, and they might show some highlights, which might show. But and it posted like 20-something minutes ago. 20-something minutes ago. Me don't know. One thing we can say, I wanted them to watch the program. I wanted them to watch the program. Big up coach. Big up people. Remember coaches, people man drop a video this man people. And when we watch the video, I took me take a few pointers in regards to talking about the Paul Hall in regards to how he conducts himself or use the footballing terminologies. And a coach Mir said this man now one time, I read the article and say, yes, sir, this is really true though. I'm really off with the football terminologies. It could be the level of coaching. I think that has to do with the level of coaching. Gar said, is the game gonna be streaming tonight? Yes, it will. DNA said them have money. DNA said I chew them and rub it up. That's why. GB said the marketing team should be fired then. Well, them just put it up. Me don't know. What if they watch a program? Because this, let me tell you, know. All right, so from the team landing in Peru Monday, the team got Peru Monday. Between Monday and today, we only see three something about JFF. We saw a picture with Kemar Taxa Lawrence, and we saw a picture with Jaden White. You know, then now today, that's then just drop that. All of a sudden, then drop that now. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Colin said, as a normal man, I make more money than Topper. JFF poor, even if they thief, they don't have any money. They need at least 5 mil US. Colin, what? I don't make so much money. I don't have them the money. I don't have them the money. The money had enough of money for me. That's I'm just an ordinary man. Probably you are a normal man. Me is a normal man. I don't make them the money. You're not normal, Colin. You're probably more sorted than most average. You're probably a little bit above the average. So if you make more than Topper, a little bit above the average. Based off of what we know Topper make, you're a little bit above the average. All right, so but big up people. I won't lament anymore. I've been here beating left, right, and center. Guys, what I want you guys to do, definitely hit the like button, people. I've been here for like 40 minutes, few likes for the video. I really appreciate if you guys hit the like button. You know, for some reason this video is gonna get flagged because me I beat JFF. Every time we beat JFF, my video get flagged. But don't forget beating. We need to develop that footballing culture in Jamaica. We have to develop that footballing culture in Jamaica. That is the only way the product is going to get better. And for the product to get better, you have to apply pressure. When you're creating diamond, I think when you're trying to form the diamond, they apply a lot of pressure to diamond. When they're trying to mold the gold, they apply a lot of pressure to the gold as well to mold it, they want it. So if you want good, you have to apply a lot of pressure. So to get the best out of anything that you're doing. If you want to be successful, you have to do a lot of work. But people, me a cut you now. Me there a long time from morning. Me there a chat around of my mouth. And I can tell us that people supposed to get bored and tired and me no want to run away. Big up people. Paul Hall said some very, very interesting stuff. Before I go, I'm going to drop back the training, the video of the players because JFF not it. So a media personnel from Peru. Media personnel from Peru did the video. The media personnel is, I think, Angel Paul Flores. Angel Paul Flores is the one who did the video. So all credits go to that person. I think it's a female. All credits go to her or him. I'm not sure. But all credits goes out to that particular journalist. So I'm going to show it to you guys before I close off because we're not getting it from JFF. So nothing is wrong if someone else.
Good luck for tomorrow.
Nothing is wrong if someone else do it.
Good luck for tomorrow.
Good. So people, see you guys again. Hopefully you're all good and everything is okay. So people, I see you guys later. People, stay tuned. Please stay tuned. I'll be doing a watch along for the game later. I have a few more things to cover, but as soon as the updates come, I'll definitely be dropping the updates. So people, big up and thank you very much for tuning. Don't forget people to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let us grow. People, let us grow. We need to grow. Big up. G-Berry, big up. Shooter Guna, you're coming late. Big up. Big up and Shaz, big up as well. Everybody who's tuning from morning, Fresh God, everybody, I really appreciate it. DNA, massive respect. Coach J King, Brian Burke, Colin Quest, I really appreciate you guys coming in. Jeremy and Miller. People, I'll see you guys again. See you later. Look out for the watch along, people, and enjoy the rest of your day, people. Please stay safe, wear your mask, and be good. Be good citizens, people. We